Joanna absolutely despises the term birthing a book.
I do.
Hey, Joanna, I agree. I feel like the term birthing for anything other than an actual baby, because I mean, that process, I writing a book is nothing like the process of birthing. Having never experienced myself, I can just only imagine. And I think as a woman, you should own that just for you guys.
Just for birthing.
I agree with that.
That is an achievement that only a woman could do. And I don't think you should give that to anyone else but you.
You know what? That is a very fair thing. Yeah. I assume Joanna didn't like it because she doesn't like the letter U or things that make a U sound. And I thought birth.
I get that too.
I thought birth.
I'll say this, Clea, you weren't wrong, but I'm changing my answer. And the reasoning is now because of what Bobby says.
I think that's right. I think that feels way loftier, you know, of a reason.
You're right.
The point remains, Bobby, putting a book out is such a tremendous achievement. It's really just insane. How does it feel? Like we're on the journey too. We're putting a new book out in September, and it's just,
I think we come out the same week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, September. Wow. I'm out September 12th. Yeah, I think we're out the same week.
We're September 19th.
We're getting everybody ready for nesting. Like fall is coming. We're the three of us. We're getting them prepared, get organized, get designed, get all of it.
Right.
It feels so good. You know, this is my castmates and I, we put out a group book together once years ago when the show first came out. But, you know, that was just kind of like some backstory of who we were and what we were doing. Mm-hmm. This is really personal. You know, it's as you both know, because you've done this before, it feels really great to write a book about something that you're very passionate about, that you live and breathe and birth. You know, I've been asked to do like a design book for years, but I didn't want to just do a design book just filled with pretty pictures of these beautiful homes. Not that that's bad, that has its place, but for me, I want people to feel good about their home. And sometimes, you know, design books, they're just so, you know, because when we shoot design stuff, everything is so perfect. It can sometimes make people feel like their houses are a little inadequate. They're like, I'm never going to be able to achieve what Ashton and Mila's house looks like. It's never going to achieve it. So I wanted to do something that really helps people realize that they can democratize design, and that design is for everybody, and design is personal, and design is about filling your home full of things you love, and not just things that you go out and buy, but things that are really personal, that really help you recharge.
I love this. And I believe this. So, I mean, this is our same kind of ethos with the home edit. It's like, that was what we wanted to do, is democratize organizing. It doesn't, you know, you don't have to only put fancy, expensive bins in your house. You can organize with the smallest amount of resources.
Yep. The very first chapter, which is how to articulate what makes you happy. And, you know, one of the first things I say in there is, I'm like, you know what, let's normalize not asking people what their design aesthetic is, because a lot of people, if you're not in design, like, you don't know. And this is like this very like scary question that you feel like there is a right or wrong answer to. And there's not a right or wrong answer to it. Your design aesthetic is so personal to you. And it's about finding the things in life that make you happy, that aren't design related, that are really the way that you're going to make your home perfect for you.
There's a piece of your book that is talking about how to keep a room organized, which of course we care about so deeply. From a design perspective, why is that important to you?
I actually like to look at it more from a mental wellness side.
We do,
because,
so that's good to know.
Is there a design aspect to it? Obviously, and nobody in the world knows it better than you two, because it is all about designing organization. Because a lot of times they don't think of it, of how it affects their mental health. You know, and that's what all this book is about. And chaos around me and disorganization gives me the sense of accomplishment or the sense of failure, you know, like that disorganized bedroom where my closet's not organized. So thus those clothes end up on that chair in the bedroom. And you tell yourself, oh, I'm just going to put that one shirt on the chair because I wore it. It's not stinky enough to throw in the laundry yet, but she's also not clean enough to put back in the closet. So I'm just going to put her there. And then before you know it, there's 20 things on the chair because you didn't have a dedicated spot for that. And when you go to bed at night, you're like, that's something I didn't accomplish today that I told myself I was going to. And so you go to sleep with that sense of failure. And then the next morning when you wake up, the very first thing that you are confronted with is that thing you didn't accomplish before. And although it's not that big of a deal, it's not a big deal, but you get that little notch of failure in your mind. And that's how you start your day off. And that builds up over time, and it can lead to depression. And, I hate to say that dirty laundry can lead to depression, but it's a little notch.
100%. Yeah. I mean, Joanna and I say the reason why we immediately make our beds every day is because at least we've accomplished something.
Yes.
You don't want to start your day not accomplishing something.
Yes. And by the time you get to work, you're like, oh, I'm already on the path to accomplishments. Right. I might as well keep going.
Right. We're about to shoot a show called Extreme Home Makeover. And it is so nerve-wracking designing a stranger's home, I'm sure, for you. I don't know. We're going to be out there like doing all this like double duty as the host, like working with the designers, organizing the spaces, doing everything like that.
Moving the bus.
Please give us tips, Bobby. Like, what tips do you have for us?
Don't try to fill their shoes. You're not going to. And if you try to fill their shoes, fans aren't going to like that. Because they loved Ty, they loved Jesse, and they're like, oh, they're just trying to be Ty or Jesse. Don't do that, especially now to females hosting it, is you're not trying to fill their shoes.
That's right. At least we're different.
Yeah. You're taking the baton and you're carrying that torch, and you're just out there doing good with the show and making a difference. And I think that's what people are going to love about it.
It felt like filming was so far off. It was like, oh, the summer is here. That's in the fall. And now all of a sudden it's like, here it is. We're actually going to start.
I know the dates, and it is almost here.
It is almost here. It's like, it's crazy. It's so crazy.
All my family is working on it with you.
Really?
David's building my house.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And Tommy's my head art director, one of my dearest friends.
Well, we are in such awe of them and like what they've been able to create and bring to the table.
They're so talented. We're so lucky and honored to be able to work with this team.
They're amazing. When I heard the team that you guys got, I was very happy for you guys.
You're obviously presented with all these amazing design challenges all the time. And I mean, it's truly incredible to see what you come up with every time too. Cause I'm like, oh my God, like, is there anything that is going to stump Bobby? No, nothing ever stumps you.